Hello, everyone. I think you may notice that this is a different angle that we're taking for Pantry to Plate today. This is episode 35, and we're coming to you from our partner, Jewish Family and Career Services. Did you know that May is Jewish American Heritage Month? We wanted to take the opportunity to highlight the work of one of our partners who are predominantly Jewish but serving the entire community. So I have with me the CEO of Jewish Family and Career Services, Ms. Terry Bonoff. Welcome.
Well, thank you very much. It is an honor to be here and to be a partner of the Atlanta Community Food Bank.
Wonderful. I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions about the programming that JFNCS has. Can you tell me a little bit about the mission here?
Jewish Family and Career Services of Atlanta is guided by Jewish values, although we don't just serve the Jewish community, we serve the broader community as well, as you said, responding to the dynamic needs of the community. So for example, I'm standing in the pantry. We have other supportive services, emergency financial assistance, careers. Next to me, we have our Independent Works program, which is a day program that serves clients with intellectual developmental disabilities. We also have 7 group homes for those clients. We have a mental health practice that serves children, teens, families, adults of all ages. We have Aviv older adult services, caring for those in need who are seniors, which includes caring for Holocaust survivors, which is so important to the work we do at JFNCS. In addition, finally, we have our Ben Massel Dental Clinic over on the west side, a very unique offering because it's 100% free dental care. Our dentists are entirely volunteer. So we are so grateful for all the many partnerships that allows us to do the work we do.
Wow. So many different services that are available to your broader community. Speaking of community service, can you tell me a little bit about how community service is a key tenet in the Jewish faith?
Sure. So when I say we're guided by Jewish values, we actually list out our values. One of them is Tikkun Olam, which means repair the world. So it is a key tenet of being Jewish that we give back and that we do all we can to make sure that we do our part for those in need and for any injustice that we see.
That's wonderful. It is embedded in your culture, right?
Yes. As so many faiths do, which is why it's so important that we have faith-based organizations in our community helping those in need.
Absolutely. As a large portion of our community partners through the food bank are faith-based practices. So they are all serving the entire community just in the same way that you are.
Yes.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you one more question.
Sure.
About what does it mean to keep kosher?
Yeah, so I am a Reformed Jew. I do not keep kosher, yet many Jews, whether they be Reformed, conservative, or Orthodox, observe strict dietary laws as written in the Talmud many, many, many years ago. So in order to make sure that we honor those who have made that commitment, we at our food pantry make sure to have kosher food available. So for example, if you're kosher, you can't mix milk and meat. You don't eat pork, you don't eat shellfish. Our food, when we keep kosher, is blessed by a rabbi. So we know that this is unique, that JFNCS Pantry does honor that. And so imagine if you have food insecurity, you're hungry. First of all, you have to find a way to get to a food pantry. And then imagine that extra burden if you have committed to be kosher and observe those dietary laws. We are proud to be able to welcome those people to our food pantry.
I love that so much. I feel like that could be a really large unmet need and such a barrier for people to find a pantry that could serve them in their foodways. So thank you so much for everything that JFNCS does for the community.
Well, thank you, and thank you for our strong partnership.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. So now that we've had the opportunity to understand the different types of services that JFNCS provides to the community, we're going to talk to Gabriel Fleming, the manager of the pantry here, to to just understand like what it is like for a person to come to the pantry here. What does that like whole experience look like?
Well, yeah, we are open 2 days a week for distribution, and people can come and see that we have a client choice model where they can shop for the items that they want to shop for. They can touch the produce themselves. They can choose the items that they and their family are going to want. We offer fresh produce, breads and sweets. We have frozen meats, frozen vegetables, dairy, and lots of non-perishable foods as well.
Very nice, very nice. So you do have the opportunity to serve people who keep kosher here.
That's correct. Yes. Yeah. So we do have, we keep a separate kosher section for those who are coming and keeping those kosher laws, and they have an easier way for them to shop and find those items. And we identify those items before they get here, so that piece is taken out of that.
So you guys do so much here in the pantry. How do you get it all done?
Well, the way we do it is through volunteerism. We have a great team of volunteers, so many of them who come every week, some who come a couple times a month or once a month, and they really are the heart and soul of this operation, and they are the main reason why we're able to serve as many as we are.
Absolutely. And we see that across all of our partnerships through the community and the food bank as well. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Shout out to the volunteers across the board.
Absolutely.
So how do we know that foods are kosher?
So there's ways to identify it on the packaging and with symbols known as hechsheres. And there's a lot of different hechsheres. Some of the more common ones you'll see, we have a couple examples here. You'll see the U with the circle on there. Mm-hmm. We also have one here where just the letter K in the star symbol here. Mm-hmm. And here's another one here also, the K. So these are some of the common ones that you will see in the supermarket or wherever you can find foods, and that's how you identify these items as kosher.
So there are a lot of different symbols.
There are a lot, absolutely, yeah.
What do those represent?
So those represent really just, it gives the consumer the knowledge that it was prepared properly, and the way that the food is packaged and manufactured, it follows these kosher laws, so that seeing those symbols on the packaging ensures to the consumer that what they're getting.
Yeah, very cool. So some really interesting stuff to learn about kosher foods and how we know what is kosher and what is not. If you want more information on that, you could do a Google search and look for the symbols that represent kosher foods, because there are so many different types available. Is there anything else you would like to share with the community about the food pantry or services that are available?
Yeah, absolutely. When people do come to the food pantry, they will have the opportunity to get more information about how to take advantage of some of those services, whether through our clinical department or our career services or some financial aid. We are very proud of the fact that we can offer kosher meat limited, but we do have kosher meats because that can represent a financial burden for sure. So we're very happy that we can offer that to some of our kosher clients. We also have a garden, and which is a huge piece for us. It engages the community, volunteerism, and all of the produce that comes out of that garden goes directly to our food pantry, so that the community can then be able to take advantage of that. We were able to this year double the amount of herbs and spices that we're growing out there, something that a lot of people don't see at food pantries. Our garden provides that for us.
That's awesome. We will show an image of the garden at the end of the video here, so you can see how beautiful and flourishing it is. Yeah. So I want to just thank you for your time today and allowing us to come into your pantry and ask you so many questions.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming out. We're so glad that you were able to make it out and showcase the food pantry. And we are so happy with our partnership with the Atlanta community.
Oh, thank you so much. Absolutely. We cherish every partnership with every pantry. everyone serves a different segment of our community. So if you are interested in coming to the pantry here or learning about any of the other services that JF and CS provides, you can find the website at the bottom of the screen here, and we hope that you can find something that you need within the services that they provide. So thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I hope you learned something new about what it means to be Jewish and as we celebrate Jewish American Heritage Month. Okay, so we will see you in a couple weeks for our next episode of Pantry to Plate at our news time at 7 p.m. So we will see you there.